I'm Abbott Chambers, the Sausalito City Librarian, and this is the library's budget presentation for the fiscal years 2016 to 2018 two-year budget cycle. In my brief presentation, I'll be covering basic information about what the library does, the library's service metrics, a strategic plan update, new services the library will be offering over the next 2 years, the library's two-year budget request, and an overview of library staffing. So let's talk about who we are at the library and what we do. We are Sausalito's public library, serving a community of approximately 7,100 people. We have 5 full-time staff members and 25 hourly employees. Collectively, those hourly employees account for about 3.5 full-time people. We're open 63 hours a week. That's more than any other public library in Marin County. The library is all about shared resources, and that's through our physical collections, which are available to local residents, consisting of approximately 40,000 books and 10,000 DVDs, CDs, and other AV material. We're also a member of the MarinNet Consortium, which means that we share resources with the other public libraries of Marin, along with College of Marin and Dominican University. The Sausalito Library is also a member of Link Plus, a consortium of about 50 academic and public libraries. That affiliation gives Sausalito residents access to another 10 million books. Sausalito Library also has substantial digital collections, and those are our e-books, our e-audiobooks, and our streaming video collections. The Sausalito Library is also all about encouraging lifelong learning and building community, and we do that through our adult programs, our children's programs, our collaboration with local organizations like Sausalito Village and the Sausalito Historical Society, and the library's role as the community's living room, a comfortable place for people to sit and read, to work, to use the library's computers, to use the library's free Wi-Fi with their own laptops. So let's now move to the Sausalito Library's service metrics, and for each of these I'll just say a little bit about the trends that we're seeing rather than go in depth on the numbers. As far as circulation of adult library materials, we saw circulation peaking at around 113,000 in fiscal years 2013, 2014, and it's dipped slightly over the years since then. And we expect that to continue as a trend, largely because we're seeing a decrease in DVD circulation as people move to streaming video for their movie watching. The circulation of children's materials has been rising steadily. We expect that trend to continue. Likewise, we expect to see circulation of e-books, e-audiobooks, and e-video titles increasing over the years. We don't expect that number, though, to increase to a level that is going to make up for the loss in circulation that we're seeing with our DVD titles. Adult program attendance has skyrocketed over the past few years. We expect to see a continued increase there, and likewise with children's program attendance. The last metric that we're tracking is the number of Sausalito residents with a library card. That number has remained relatively flat. It's currently at about 4,700 Sausalito residents. We'd like to bring that number up somewhat over the next couple of years through some initiatives to sign up people for new library cards. I'll now move on to a strategic plan update. The focus of the library's strategic plan is remediation work that is required by the Americans with Disabilities Act. The library's primary ADA deficiency is in its adult fiction and nonfiction book stacks. The ADA requirement for the distance between bookshelves is 36 inches. Some shelves in the Sausalito Library are currently as close as 29 inches apart. In 2016 and 2017, we plan to establish a timetable for the work and engage the community in identifying how best to improve access to the library. We will also be looking at other improvements that we can make to the library floor plan. If everything goes well, we hope to receive approval for plans and for funding in 2018 and begin construction. Now I'll talk a little bit about some of the new services that we expect to be offering over the next couple of fiscal years. In 2016 and 2017, we'll be launching a new library catalog that has better search capabilities and also social and list-making functions. We'll be launching faster internet service in the library by a factor of 10, bringing the library's internet speeds up to about 500 megabits per second. And that's true for both wired and Wi-Fi access. We will be deploying complete digital collection of Sausalito newspapers covering the years 1885 to 2015. That will also mean that we'll be able to remove our microfilm collections and our bulky microfilm and microfiche reader. In 2016 and 2017, we also hope to launch a new library website. 2017 and 2018, as I mentioned on the previous slide, we plan to have dominated by ADA remodel planning and construction. So now let's take a look at the library's budget proposal for the next couple of years. As you'll see, our numbers are essentially flat. The increases that you're seeing are primarily in salaries and benefits, and those are attributable to contractual obligations. We'll also see some impact on the hourly wage rate for our pages as the California state minimum wage increases. But just looking at the numbers a little more specifically, in terms of professional services, we'll see a small increase of several $1,000s going into 2017, 2018. That's attributable to increased staffing costs at the MarinNet level. We'll be showing a small increase in operations. That's due to accounting for recruiting costs within operations. And in terms of other services, that decrease is largely due to no longer needing to pay for repairs to our microfiche microfilm machine. But the supplies figure, that's where we have books, AV materials, office supplies. That number is going to remain relatively flat for the next 2 years. As I said, with staffing, we have 5 full-time library employees. We are not asking for any new headcount for 2016, 2017, for 2016, 17, and 2017, 18. So regular headcount remains stable, and our hourly employee level of service also remains stable. That concludes my presentation. If you'd like to ask me any questions, I encourage you to email me at the address you see on your screen or to call me at 415-289-4123. Thank you.